I'd like to recognize a few people who are with us. Next to me, obviously, you know our Commander-in-Chief, the Mayor of our city, Mitch Landrieu. We have to my left Judge Susie Morgan, who oversees our federal consent decree. All of our deputy chiefs and all of our police commanders are here standing along with us. Bob Brown, president of the New Orleans Police and Justice Foundation, is with us. Also Dr. Greg Lasson, UNO Vice President of Business Affairs. And also Rick Haas, president of Ladder and Bloom, very instrumental. And of course, members of Class 172 and members of Class 173 are here with us today. So today I am extremely proud to announce the start of the next class of NOPD recruits. This new class of 32 recruits made it through our rigorous screening process, and now they have the opportunity and the challenge to spend the next 26 weeks undergoing intense physical, classroom, and situational training. They joined the 29 members of Class 172 who have been in training since the start of this year. And I'd like to mention that we have not lost one recruit from Class 172 since it started. Each and every one of them is here today because they have a desire to serve their community. They've proven that they have what it takes to do it. These men and women are the best of the best. And starting this week, we're training them in the best of the best facilities. Thanks to a new public-private partnership between the NOPD and the University of New Orleans, I am extremely thrilled to announce that current recruits, future recruits, and current officers will begin training on campus at the University of New Orleans Research and Technology Park. Under the 2-year agreement, the NOPD will lease the UNO Lindy Boggs International Conference Center at an annual cost of $160,000. The facility instantly provides training academy with more room to train, larger classroom space, and technology upgrades that will give our instructors and our recruits the resources they need to be successful. It includes 2 large classrooms with an amphitheater with the ability to seat 100, an auditorium with the ability to seat an additional 300. So with a total of 16,000 square feet of workspace, it will be a significant expansion from the current NOPD Training Academy located on Paris Avenue. The facility will house all recruit training and in-service training for current NOPD officers, with the exception of driving and shooting range training. In the meantime, we anticipate breaking ground on a multi-million-dollar renovation to the 3rd District Police Station on Paris Avenue, which will serve as the new training academy once it's complete. So this latest move is a part in our ongoing commitment to rebuild and redesign the way we recruit, the way we hire and train our officers. Through a strong partnership with the New Orleans Police and Justice Foundation, our aggressive recruitment efforts are paying off. In 2014, we received nearly 3,000 new police applications, and already this year we're well over 2,500. We gave the officers the chance to do their part in recruiting by offering our officers $1,000 for every applicant that they can recruit and mentor through the police academy. 6 of the new recruits in Class 173 were referred by a current NOPD officer, and I think that's well worth mentioning. We've partnered with HR experts from the business community to serve on our panel interviews to add another layer of scrutiny to our screening process. And this year we partnered with the FBI to certify all full-time and adjunct training instructors through the FBI Enforcement Instructor School. Those are just a few examples. But we can't take for granted the job that we're asking these men and women to do. This past weekend was a solemn reminder of the dangers as we as police officers face every day serving our community. So I want to personally thank, as the chief, thank all the men and women of both classes for taking on this incredible responsibility. Being a police officer is not just a career, and certainly it is not a job. It is a calling. And today your community thanks you for accepting that call. So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to our mayor.
Chief, thank you very much, and it's great to be with all of you. Judge Morgan, it's great to see you. Welcome. Superintendent Harrison, Deputy Superintendent Barty, Commander Williams, Dr. Greg Lasson, and UNO, thank you so much for having us here. To Rick Haas and to Bob Brown and to the entire New Orleans Police and Justice Foundation. David, thank you so much. Melanie, thank all of you for the commitment that you have made to us. And to all of the members of Class 172 and 173. This is class number 6 since we have taken office. I want to thank all of you for making the commitment to the City of New Orleans. As the Chief said, as we pay homage to Darryl Holloway. We remember today the incredible sacrifice that you are being called upon to make. We thank you for offering your services to the people of the city of New Orleans. We want to make sure that you have what it is that you need to become a great police officer. I want to say that as a commitment to rebuilding the New Orleans Police Department and in partnership with Judge Morgan, who oversees a consent decree, we also made a commitment to find first-class training facilities. We're delivering on that promise today, Judge, and thank you, UNO, for your work. I've also authorized an expenditure of millions of dollars to rebuild the recruiting academy that will be in place in 3 years. But in the meantime, this is going to be a first-class facility to give you the best training that you possibly can have. We are going to advance this recruit class, and you will be amongst the highest paid recruits in the state of Louisiana. As you know, just recently authorized, with the blessing of the City Council, a 15% increase in pay for the New Orleans Police Department, which I think makes them the highest paid department in the state, but for some measures of the state police. It is really important that we continue to work very, very hard to rebuild this department and to create a department that can protect and a department that can serve. In modern day America policing, it's essential that we have both. We are going to have the best training in the country so that we can make sure that we have the best police department in the country. Public safety is our #1 priority, and making sure that the community and police are one is what is essential to making sure that we have a safe city. And as I look out at these wonderful recruits, members of Class 172 and 173, I can't be anything but hopeful for the future of the city of New Orleans, because these men and women are going to dedicate everything that they have to make us safe, and we're going to give you the tools that you need so that you can stay safe as well. Together we can make New Orleans one of the best places to live and to visit in the world. We all still know that there is much more to do and much work to be done, but as we mourn the loss of one of our brothers, we also can celebrate the beautiful future that the city of New Orleans has. So I thank you all very much. And now I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Greg Lassen, who is a UNO Vice President for Business Affairs. Dr. Lassen. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As you were mentioning, the tragic events of the past week do serve as a solemn reminder to all of us of the importance of what the police department does to protect and to serve all of us in the community. Therefore, every citizen in this city deserves or has an obligation to give back in any way that we can. The opportunity that we're able to provide the police department to have a home for a couple of years is the least we can do as a university, and we're grateful for this opportunity to have some small role in helping the police department. It's our privilege. The University of New Orleans just feels privileged to be a part of this process. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bob Brown with the Police and Justice Foundation.
Thank you very much. It would be extremely difficult, I think, to balance the appealing nature of what we're sharing here today with the grief that we continue to suffer with the tragic events of just 4 days ago. Nevertheless, we know that this is an opportunity not just for these young men and women, but as the mayor said, for the entire city, for our whole community. The Police and Justice Foundation has as its mission, and we're 20 years into that work now, has as its mission the support of the New Orleans Police Department in whatever way that we can. We've done it all along. We have played that role with the support of our partners in this effort, and you can trust that we will continue to do that as the years go along. To the cadets that are here, we want you to know that we believe in you and that you can depend on us. You can depend on us as you go through your entire career with this department. Thank you all so very, very much. And now I'd like Rick Haas, the president of Ladder and Bloom, and one of my board members to come to the microphone.
There's not a lot left to be said, but I want to tell you that the phrase public-private partnership is exactly right to describe how we got here. The two on the public side, we have the university and the city. And firstly, I'd like to say congratulations and thank you. Peter Foss, your administration, and Greg, you did a great job at expediting this so we could actually make it happen, and make it happen without any bureaucracy, and have it happen at the right time. And Mayor, you know, there's a lot of things that can be said about the city, but I just want to say thank you for moving this forward as fast as you did. One thing on our side of the equation, I also want to say that it's great to have good ideas. It's great to have the idea of joining these two organizations, but to be able to execute it and do it in such short order is a tribute to both. And on the university side, the Research and Technology Foundation Board reacted quickly. And of course, Bob, the New Orleans Police and Justice Foundation just did a great job. So glad to be here. It's an idea whose time has come. Both institutions, both organizations need the help, and this is just a win-win-win for all. So thank you.
So much. And Dr. Foss, you and
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Sorry, I got here a little late. Just wanted two things. As a native New Orleanian, I'm very proud that I'm the president of the university that can help our city and our police department. It really does. It's a personal privilege for me to do this. Secondly, I tell people all the time that we are the University of New Orleans, but we're the university for New Orleans. And this is a prime example of how we really are for the city. So all you could recruit cadets and recruits. I hope you enjoy yourself on my campus while you're doing your training. Chief, we'll be good hosts to you. Mr. Mayor, we'll make sure that we take care of everybody. And we're really happy to work with Bob Brown, Rick Haas, and David Kersey, good friends of mine. So this is a very, very proud day for me as president for the University of New Orleans. Thank you.